welcome to Rush Racing League Division 5 Silverstone. This is a 100% race tonight. I am It's Dito in your comms box tonight, joined by With Matif. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, mate. How about yourself?
Oh, yeah, mate. Very looking forward to this long one tonight. We've had a very good few races with Div 4, Div 2 last night, and looking forward to this one. I'm sure everyone is pumped for it. Obviously, we have to be quick with this, with the one shot coming, obviously, but. Yeah, what's your thoughts about tonight? Obviously, what was compared to what we've seen last night. I mean, do you reckon some rain, maybe?
It's possible. I think we saw dry in Div 4 and Div 2, so yeah, excited for possibly some rain.
Okay, well, before we jump over to the gameplay, we will thank our main sponsors, obviously SimLab, S-Nation SimLab, and Pagnian. So I said the SimLab twice, sorry. AI369, of course, too. So we will jump over to the gameplay now, because I think they're going to jump into one shot pretty much straight away. And we don't want to miss that, because we will miss that last night, because we were talking with obviously about the championship, but we'll get the full quality in tonight. And obviously it's a bit hard to keep up with the one shot, adds a bit of spice. Some of the guys that usually qualify up the top don't obviously get that chance. And obviously a lot of Div 6 reserves moving up tonight to fill their team seats, which is awesome to see, helping out the guys make sure they're having both cars on the grid. But here we go, we got Skyro, Pablo in P1 currently, which is a reserve tonight, one to watch for sure. In the Alpine, Damino takes P1 into turn 1 and snaps back straight away. We're right on board with the Alpine, pretty much through turn 1. He gets a nice little corner there, nice lock up. I'll just get the telemetry up. He goes down to second there, which is interesting. It's a bit of a low gear there, but he's still P2. Damino, though, gets the jump on him out of that, so he got a bit of traction. By the looks of it, still a lot of battery in store. Thunderball, so just comes out of nowhere and into that corner, really obviously late in the brakes. Vettel now into P1. What's your thoughts about this, mate? There's a few jumpers. We were totally different top two than we were watching at the start.
Yeah, Thunderballs from P6 has just kind of come out of nowhere. So he's still in P1 at the moment, so maybe McLaren.
Yeah, maybe just going all in for this quali. He drops out a little bit there. Vettel now jumps spot. Flubber and Leclerc too, reserving in the Aston tonight, doing a good job in P3 currently. Looking a bit further, Asif looks to be invalidated, possibly Mattia U too. We'll see what happens there. Continue to ride on board with Flubber now in P1. Just thumbs out in there. He's just snatched out. He's burned a lot of battery down to 20%. See where he goes here. Vettel still P2. Flubber though snatches pole, and that just came out of nowhere too. There's many different leaders in that quali session. Mime was the only invalidation there by the looks of it, which is unfortunate.
I think Bangai did as well.
Possibly. Yes, two.
Flubber,
Yeah.
but over 2/10 got pole. So
Yeah.
he's looking pretty quick in quality.
Yeah, but the first two sectors, I mean, he wasn't in the top two, so that last sector was obviously massive. That's a huge result for Flubber. You'll be stoked with that. Vettel P2 and Claire P3 rounding up the top three. Reserve and P3 really looking good tonight. That's a great start for the 100%er. But there's not much in it throughout this grid to the top 10. I mean, obviously one shot doesn't really deliver the accurate representation of the pace sometimes, but you know, we go with it. And we got some support for Sick Party with Hayden Skates and Locky Docky, which is a new name, supporting Sick Party as well. So
yeah, Sick Party not even in his own division, so good to see that we got some people in the chat for the Div 6 driver in Div 5.
yeah, he was not keen to reserve up tonight for me, but unfortunately not many other options. So but we'll see how he goes tonight, and he's got a few guys watching him, and Locky Docky knows him in real life. So surely you'll be in his ear then, mate. He's in my engineering box if you want to get in there with him. But yeah, This is going to be a good race, I think. Different strategies, obviously. It's pretty common now not to use the hard tyres. We've seen that being a problem for the guys jumping on that, really struggling on the hard tyre around here. It doesn't seem to be the tyre to use at all. We saw a lot of guys start on the softs last night. What's your take? I think medium soft is the pretty much optimal strategy around here. But yeah, you might see some guys jump on the softs down the back. So. Anyway, we got 5 red lights, and I'll get the jumps on. Ooh, got yellow flags already, and away we go. Everyone gets a clean start, no jump starts as we've seen last night. And Vettel gets the jump on flubber into turn 1, and there's a big drama in the back. There's multiple cars in the sand. Yeah, there's multiple cars off the track here. Just trying to. Yeah, Asif and SJ going side by side, and SJ backs out of that. Asif on the medium tyres as well, but there's a mix of strategy. Vettel in P1 has chose to opt the soft tyre, and he got the jump on Flubber off the start, so that's a great start from the Merc. Sprinting Giggles now up into P3. Chasing on.
We're going to see Drifters side by side to the cops there. Pretty soon.
Yeah, then there's your possible race strategies. So there's obviously soft medium or soft medium, but obviously a lot of guys doing medium soft. No hard tyre mentioned in that at all. So yeah, just one to stay away from. And these boys look to have learnt from last night's races for sure. Vettel obviously fastest, but other than that, a bit of pretty clean starter. There's a bit of drama at the back, but no DNFs. Pablo, unfortunately, 4 seconds off the back, but a long race to recover. Only lap 2 at 52. Oh no! Team, who was that? Gangster just absolutely went up the inside of Claire, or I think, or Sprinter maybe. But yeah, big contact. Oh!
He's shoving Damino off.
Yeah, that was not. Oh! Oh, you got to be careful of that Merc too. The Merc. It's sure. No, this is a Max and Lewis's ration as we go. Oh, he's pulled out of it. That was. Wow.
This is scary.
Good racing from the boys at start. They need to keep it clean. They need to think about the long race ahead. And Professor gets the job done on SJ. Maddie also gets the job on TNT done. And there's already a penalty.
How was he done that?
Yeah. That was a great move. Sounds okay to me, but I can turn it up on my end if you can't, but this is it seems that sounds good to me. This SJ has a little sniff up the inside of TMT, but thinks better of it because he's got a lot of battery to play with, and he's just playing a long game at the moment on the mediums. But there's a lot of guys on the soft tyre behind. Gangster really on a charge here, but he's lost a lot of time with that earlier incident. But who's your eye on that start? We'll have a look at the position changes because there was a bit of a jump at the start. Look at Maddie up 11 and Massive, and Banglabar up 12. That's a huge start, and it just shows the drama, and obviously Thunder down 10.
Down positions, but it also means people are going to go up as AOS already has a 3 second.
Yeah, not.
Won't help him at all.
No, he needs to just relax a bit on the. But as we see, who's that? That's
SJ.
Drifts. Yeah, Drifts, and oh, we got three wide, and the Merc's on the grass. Jeez, Edge is on the grass there, and yeah, I don't think he actually got pushed. I think he, just as we see. Oh! Yeah, geez, that's a bit. I don't know the angle of this helicopter. I can't see much, but
It's just shot descended and Wesley came up storm behind him, so getting very close there.
great battling down for the last point. Yeah, the last point on the grid for P15 and obviously P14.
I see Sprinter get past Flubber here, and Claire might try and follow him through. Also, Claire's up foot, so.
Oh, Claire, a Sprinter, sorry, around the outside of Flubber.
Yeah.
What a move. But Flubber, and we saw Flubber race actually last night in Div 4.
Johnson Party going side by side. Whoever's in front, so can we get it done? If not, can Sid Party just stick in front?
He needs to be really careful here.
Stick side by side with him. He's going back in.
It's never going to work in that corner.
Oh, but he goes off and gets a warning there. Can't just guarantee that.
Yeah, and
this is mate through. Thunderbolt's trying to get through as well.
No damage on the front of that McLaren as there's a change up the top. Flubber and Sprinter get the move done there, and but look at Claire and Tudor here. They're really pushing, and they are. Oh, Tudor! Oh, yeah, that was the curb. That curb is deadly. Jumped on with. Oh, don't go around that corner.
Very close. He's going side by side through turn 1.
Flubber.
And Sprinter.
Jeez, Flubber, and we saw Flubber. Who was it? He was battling someone last night, but it went all race, and it was a great battle in Div 4. He obviously reserved up, and TMT's left the session there. Flubber has plenty of experience with 100% around here. He raced last night, and he will be one to watch as Tudor and Claire almost. Jeez. Tudor had to really pull out of there. He almost went over into the grass.
Bangerby and Squiddly going side by side. People are just getting impatient. It's 100% else. Take time to make mistakes.
Oh! There's a big contact with the Red Bull and Gangster. Damino. And,
look at Cops.
Yeah.
Drifting TNT AI. They go through Cops side by side. TNT's AI just backs out. It's not in line for me, so I can't do something wrong.
There's actually chaos here in this middle pack as there's another move up the top. Flubber just right on board here because I think there's going to be some moves. There's drifts left the session. It's really unfortunate.
We've got the two AIs going side by side here. Drift and TNT. Behind them though, Edge looked for a move on Damino. Gangster side by side though.
Oh, Gangster just turned into Edge there, and that could have been a massive incident. Edge! Oh no, this is bad. Gangster just rejoined, hit the side of Edge. Edge is managing to somehow keep that car facing the right way. Jeez, we've got to be careful. There's a lot of AI here. Oh! Big crash, big crash, big crash.
Oh no, I think Drift is off as well. His we've got 3 wide.
Damino doesn't have any damage on that Red Bull somehow. That is a miracle.
He's just sending it onto Ados, shoving off the road.
Yeah, Gangster needs to be careful. There's been very ambitious moves here. He really needs to be careful. It's early days. Lap 6 out of 52. Mate, Whiff was trying to. I'm just gonna try and get him on my end, see if. So we got Flubber get the job done on Sprinter. Back into P2, and Tudor has a sniff on Claire, but thinks better of it. Claire needs to be careful here. He doesn't jump that curb again.
He almost just made a double move on Ados and Gangster. DRS, just at the back of him, but the side by side again, coming up to turn 1. Claire and I think that's Flubber. Sprinter's just in front. This is getting scary. Tudor and Matty are side by side as well. A little bit of contact. Can Tudor stay in front? He can for the moment. Still side by side onto the straight now.
Tudor.
I believe Matty's going to get boxed in. There's a tiny gap there for Matty to go for it on Claire. Still side by side with Tudor. This is a good battle.
It was a great battle.
Still sticking around the outside, but Matty closes that door.
Yeah, great battle there. Matty's really on a charge in this race. He's up most positions, other than, I think, I can't remember who else was up, but Bangla Bar, yeah. But yeah, it's free disconnects doesn't necessarily mean a red flag anymore if the lobby is not noticeably bugged. But hopefully we have no more problems. Jeez, the kick almost had to go off-road there and drifts.
Oh, wow, drifts is
Tudor has to back out of a move there again, and he's really on a charge. His top pack is just battling, but it's allowed Vettel just to absolutely sail away. He is...
Oh, there's an incident in the back. ADOS and TMT. Damien who just squeezes through. It's a little side by side to the last one anyway. I wonder if that brings any memories back to you, Dito.
Don't even mention it, mate.
Almost.
TMT is already on a yellow fuel light. Which is very interesting. He's definitely counting for a safety car. Because that's a long way to save his fuel, that's for sure. Professor, though, looking pretty close on the back of Banglabar on those soft tyres. And, you know, the softs don't really die off to, I would say, about lap 10. They've definitely lost their edge, but they won't sort of die off about lap 10, and they still will continue to be okay. But these guys can do a pretty big stint on these tyres before they have to pit. But Professor might line up.
Ooh, 100%, so it looks like about 20 laps. I think Winter and Flubber just switching positions again.
Yeah, it's a very common occurrence. As Sick Party also gets the job done on Thunderballs. But yeah, this battle at the top is heating up between, obviously, pretty much the whole top 5 apart from Vettel. And there's a yellow. Who's that?
It is Harry, I believe. Just coming into the pits and have some damage. Where it is 60, that's speeding. There it is. Remember, it is 60 in this pit lane, so I think even if it was 80.
Yeah, really unfortunate drifts, mate. This game is terrible. Hopefully we don't have this problem ever again into 25, but yeah, you will get a point made, obviously.
I just want to point out, Vettel was just kind of run away with it at this point.
Yeah, I was saying that 4 seconds. Yeah, it was 4 seconds a lap ago, and now it's 5. He's pretty much just got this. He just needs to keep his cool, because the longer these guys fight, and look how hard they're fighting. I mean, they're battling like it's the last lap here, and that's just allowing Vettel just to sail on, and he's not having to use his soft tyres at all. So really falling into Vettel's hands here. As Claire looks to get the job done, and Tudor also gets the job done on Bangladesh behind. Great race from here for this pack.
Flubber's super close. He looks for the move down the inside, but doesn't go for it.
Tudor's had a big snap there. I've noticed he's got a very twitchy rear end at this stage, but a lot of these guys they're really pushing early on in this race, and they're having to use a fair bit of battery.
Sprinter's off.
Oh, he's actually...
Sprinter and Claire have come together. That's going to be a VSC. I think that was on the stream, something like that as well.
Yeah, there's a big crash. That's unfortunate for Claire, reserving tonight.
It's a full safety car on that. See it on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super unlucky. Not too sure what happened.
Oh, that's a double Aston DNF. That's so bad. Oh, this game. Oh, that's unlucky for Aston tonight. Both had a control incident for both drivers, unfortunately. Oh, obviously not knowing what happened there, but yeah, Claire looked like a bit of a passenger there.
Let's see if we've got anyone hitting. I think we might see some of the soft runners coming soon.
Is it too early though?
The safety car. I mean, it could be. It's possible for the mediums to last, but they won't be too great by the end as Claire's left, understandably.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be pretty early to pit for the softs. Obviously, you wouldn't want to go on the hards. There's 2 doors in. 2 doors in on the mediums.
Is he? Does he have some damage, maybe? What I can see, but some of the soft guys have stayed out too.
Yeah, this
J-Man.
Vettel's pit. And he's chucked on the mediums, so he's called it, and he's going to try and go to the end on those. I'll hope for a late safety maybe, and he will lose the race lead because there's a few cars staying out. There's Flubber, James.
Toodle's back on the mediums. Sorry to cut you off, but Toodle's back on the mediums, so he'll need to pit again. Looks like Sprinter's gone to the hards. I think he's the only one to have done so.
Do you know, that's probably not a terrible strategy for Tootle.
Yeah.
He's only fallen down to P7, and he's on fresh tyres. Like everyone apart from Vettel in front's on the old tyres, so he'll be rapid. I really don't think that was a terrible idea. To be fair,
I think the main thing that's just going to get him is that he has to pit again. So.
Yeah, but
he might just be pushing.
But don't you reckon it would be?
I
feel like it's still going to be tough for the likes of any of these guys to get to the end of the meeting. Like it'll be a you can do it, but it'll be a stretch.
Remember too, can't because he started on the mediums and hit back to mediums. He was at least 2 tyres on him. So. See who's gone from the mediums. So Tudor and Minmay were the only ones to go from mediums back to mediums. Sprinter and Pepper have gone from mediums to hards. They both have damage. And looks like Vettel, Maddie, Edge, Squiddly, who's the professor, Domino, Thunderballs, and Ados have all gone from soft to mediums. So this really could work in anyone's favour.
Yeah, I think obviously we got a bit of unknown if these guys are going to have to pit again or not. Sprinter's actually opted for hard tyres, so it's 22 and But if the likes of Vettel and all that have to pit again, it will fall in Toodle's hands again a little bit. But in saying that, he will be super rapid even having to pit again. He will be super rapid on new tyres compared to all these guys being they'll be on pretty much 40 plus lap old tyres by that point. So yeah, interesting.
Very interesting.
But Faber now and Ferrari, look where they've P1, P3.
Just about to clean out, but Vanderbilt started last.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up to third. So,
and he didn't just do all this under safety car too, but he was up about 12 spots or 11 spots up before the safety car. So he is on a massive drive tonight, and if he can keep going, I mean, he definitely in driver of the day contention. But so is obviously, I mean, Matty was at 1.2. He had a great start. He was up about 12 spots as well. And he's still in a solid spot here. But obviously, the top 5 have to pit still. People also have to pit again. But there's still a bit unknown if these guys are going to try and push the mediums to the end. I mean, they're everything up, but I do think going on the hard tyre is the wrong decision. I think Sprinter is going to be in the middle of the 11. Can't wait here.
Well, we got the safety car coming in, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, they are going to have to get through this traffic. Vettel, Tudor, and then Maddie down. Top 5 haven't yet, like we said. See if there's a restart, see where he goes. Probably like further around now. But let's see where he goes. Safety car's not in the pit lane yet, so it's good now. So he's gone. The traction's on himself. If someone's got no TSC, and best of luck to you getting a good start.
But we've got moves happening on this restart.
Maddie and Nino just going to be
Damon, I think, actually, as Minmay actually goes really wide there, and that's allowed Ados to try and go around the outside, but he's not going to get the job done. Just had better traction on the outside. We'll jump back up the top because Flubber's actually hold off Joe on restarts. There's no issues there. But there's moves happening more down the back. Damon had a bit of contact with Minmay to restart. It's allowed Ados and the likes of Gangster to sneak back up. Thunderballs, hopefully we can get back in straight away. TNT and obviously Pablo really struggling down the back on those mediums.
definitely.
Sorry, hards. Sorry.
Some people are kind of struggling against cops. We got Bangla by getting past J-Man, so it's now Ferrari 1-2. It's a couple moments of cops. Just allowing people to get through. We got the two hard runners going side by side though. So Pablo gets through. Mitigate the damage.
Cute little false lunge on the straight, but he did it about 20 metres before the corner, so I don't know if that would have worked, but that was funny. But Tudor is really solid on these tyres here. He just needs to hang on and follow Vettel. He needs to stay with
I think we might see Vettel. Sorry, I think we might see Vettel on the sit party is burning on that straight. Doesn't go for it.
Managed to hold him off, but he's just got way more traction around the outside there. But that might allow Tudor to have a little look. But he thinks better of it. But don't discount Matty here. He's right here. He's waiting. He's looking quick here. He's got a lot of battery. He doesn't need to follow these guys through. But the worst thing Tudor can do is let Vettel get past the car and not fall down. He needs to make a move every time Vettel does. So he doesn't want to be stuck behind his pack if Vettel doesn't. Vettel is the one to watch. He's pretty much our race leader, obviously, when these guys pit, and he's led the race since the start. And
Vettel and Tudor both get past Sig Party.
exactly
And he doesn't try and fight it, so that's exactly what Tudor needed. We've got a little bit of battles with Maddie and Sig Party. Did just see that he got a 3-second as well. He was off track, so he might be able to get those warnings removed.
Yeah, so now Vettel's...
TNT and Thunderbolts. So by side war, TNT is with them on the exit. A little snap there. Is Thunderbolts back in?
I don't think it was close, just us from the right. Vettel gets the job done on SJ, and SJ doesn't really put up a fight there. The 14 uphill tyre with the 4 lap, and there's a car off the track. That's TNT. This is not going to plan for TNT,
So he's
unfortunately.
really struggling on those tyres. It looks like SJ. Where has he done that? He's just got past J-Man.
Yeah, where? What happened? J-Man might have actually made a mistake there, or something happened. I didn't even see what happened there, but Maddie looks to be trying to get the job done on Tudor now. But thinks better of it. But Tudor, I think close he is to J-Man down that straight. He's almost pushing him down straight. And Thunderbolts is joined. Hopefully he can take control.
It was his little moment that allows Tudor to get through. He doesn't want Vettel to kind of just leave him as he has overtaken SJ and J-Man. So, really working in Vettel's favour there. But he gets the fastest lap.
He's starting off really in the top 2 now. He's 1.6 off them. So Ferrari in a difficult position too with the pit stop. Obviously, both at the same time. Anyway, Sick Party and J-Man battling it out. Oh, J-Man had to think just got out of the way, but yeah, they were good. Sick just had so much speed up the inside there, and they were way closer on the string than they were. And they will go a bit further down. Professor and Sprinter battling it out. Sprinter is still starting to pull up so he's careful here. Professor having a solid race, and so is Haas. Haas is
Tamino around the outside. They're going to try to stick it side by side. I think he tries, but he can't do anything.
Gangster also in the back of Minley, starting to reel that gap in. There's a lot of penalties in front of him. But yeah, there's a lot of close battles. The top 2 have swapped spots. Edge gets the job done on J-Man, but Asa really looking solid here. They need some ball.
Sprinter's just sent it on Damino and shoved him off track. J-Man's coming into the pits. Some hard racing there. If you got a win, might be able to get that move from the school. That's take control.
Anyway, J-Man in the pits. We'll see what tyres he chucks on. Looks like the mediums, obviously, so he'll be going to the end now. That tyre, Professor gets the job done on.
He's come back.
That's sad. Unfortunately, Thunder was doing so well. He was reserving up tonight. He was actually at one point looking like a top 5 contender. Yeah, really unfortunate. Now only one P5 for SJ. Solid position still, has to pit still. Maddie now starting to roll that McLaren in, and they won't really have much to battle as Sick gets a party. Maddie probably got a very wide. Yeah, unfortunate Thunder, mate.
We might see him move up the front soon. Vettel and Tudor have caught the front 2. They've got a second this lap already, so they're going to want to get through as soon as possible. SJ's dropped off, so
yeah. So Vettel has. Sorry.
I was just going to tell Thunderbolts how to fix it. It's too late now, anyway.
But yes, Vettel now reeled in the top 2. He's reeled in Ferrari and done a very good job of that. But he's brought Tudor with him. Tudor done exactly what he had to do. Every time Vettel made a move, he made one with him. So he's stalking him. And I don't think it'll be long before we go past Ferrari. The advantage they have is they have both teammates together. So Ferrari can work together in some sense as long as it's obviously within the rules. But yeah, they are in a good position. Ferrari haven't pitted, obviously, and one of the last cars for Celestia is Sick Party. We'd be starting to think about that. Because they're starting to lose some time, or Vettel won't move much time. I think one of them at least is straight right on board with him. He's got so much traction right in front. You can see it, so he'll turn on the DRS, and you can obviously see one's trying to help the other out here, trying to help one break away. Vettel's going to go around the outside, and he should be able to make it stick. Tudor was thinking about a move up the inside there. Moves down the back with Gangster and Ada battling out, and
Tudor just up the back of Edge there. He had a little bit of spin up into
Edge currently P7 is a job, and we got to move there again. Side by side with Sick Party, and Sick Party actually managed to get it back, and that Red Bull is missing an end plate, so he's obviously trying to keep that car facing the right way.
just about to point that out as well, but looks like he's going to get past here anyway. We've got Vettel
First of the
trying to get past Pamela. Doesn't work out. We've got Daniel and Sick Party going side by side. To get shoved off a little bit.
He's trying to hang on those hard tyres. He would be really struggling on them, I would feel. And
Edge and Scuderia inside each other.
yeah, a bit of a glitch there. Professor and Edge battling it out, and they're doing a good job of it. Ooh, what's that? There's a car off track. That was SJ. He went a little bit wide in the Merc's face, and Vettel gets the job. Oh, yes!
Contact.
Manglabar actually tapped the inside there. I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't mind. I didn't get the whole thing. I just saw the highlights. But yeah, that will definitely probably hurt Asif's race. He'll have to maybe think about a pit stop that would have burnt a little bit of his tyres. Jump a little bit. Let's see what's happening with Edge and Professor, because I think they were going side by side before. But Edge has actually jumped into SJ now. He might even want to switch off the Haas and go to the McLaren. Obviously, SJ's tyres would be starting to struggle. Probably won't have anything to say for Mercedes here. Probably pretty much just look at the run. But he will be doing his best. There's still a long way to go, and you never know if there's a safety car now. Damien gets the job done on sprint. Oh no!
There's a little bit of contact.
And that's gonna.
Damien's got a lot of damage on the left side.
Yeah, that car is a wounded Red Bull, and that might allow Sick Party to have a look, decides better of it. There's a great view there of the helicopter.
He has to brake for cops because of that damage.
Yeah, it's a terrible. Yeah, it's a terrible spot to have a track to have.
We've got Vettel and Tudor finally getting past Flubber, so they might look to hit soon. Looks like Sick Party just hasn't
For Maddie. Maddie's called it. He is in the pits, and that's interesting. He's got 9 laps on those tyres, so he must have damage.
Whoa, there's a bit of an incident in the mid-pack. Sprinters just come together with Gangster. Oh, that's a Not too sure if I was on
It's just got onto Sprinter. There's Gangster.
Oh. Sprinter and Sick Party going side by side. Sprinter down the inside.
Sprinter jumped the curve. And
that
was
on the straight.
That's allowed Gangster to try and go around. It might even allow Minmay to go up the inside of Damien now as I'm getting the back end of that, but I can't see Minmay. Oh, Minmay! Big lunge there. That's might have to be with that. I don't know. I got the tail end of that. Geez, these guys are really starting to heat up as the pit stops are starting to bring everyone together into DRS and bring everyone back into a fight here. But we'll wait and see what happens. There's Sick Party and Sprinter. This group here is one of our closer battles.
So Damien going side by side, but again, Damien got damage. Can't do much.
Just look how close the Professor is with this show here. Is trying to get around the outside. They're on 10 lap different tyres here. And just, thinks better of it. Goes off track there. Has to come back and have another go here. As we see, possibly he's.
So this time about sticking this DRS though.
Yeah.
It's got the most battery out of the top 3 and he's still just right there.
He's doing really well on that 21 lap tyres. He's doing exactly what he needs to do, to be fair. trying to stay in that DRS like the top two fighters. Tudor's actually in the lead at the moment. Vettel thinking about going for a move, thinks better of it. This is these guys are racing for position, obviously, but Tudor needs to pit again, which is unfortunate. But I'd still say there's something to come with that because I don't think these maneuvers will be much good by the end anyway. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. This Professor still hasn't got the job done on SJ. Might.
No, he is burning though. Trying to look for the move up the inside. Is he going to make it side by side? They come together.
That was, yeah.
And I think that might be noted there.
Yeah, they came together. They lost a bit of time to the guys ahead, but very difficult spot to make a move work. So
wasn't up there. So we still think of that.
Yeah, as we go. Sort of the battles are up in the top 10 at the moment as Gangster goes for a good job down the inside there. That was a great move. So we see a lot. We're seeing pretty much, that's our main spot where we see our moves this weekend. Pretty easy spot to get the job done with DRS. So Flubber now actually starting to put some pressure on Tudor. I wonder if Tudor might have had a bit of a mistake because he's fallen into the clutch of Flubber here.
Yeah, it looks like it's just been saving. He's got a lot of battery up, so...
Flubber's also on 100%, or 90%, sorry. So he's looking good, I must say, because 22 lap tyres, you expect him to have to burn to try and keep it together.
SJ and Squiddly go side by side again. Just a little bit of wheel banging. Keep it fairly clean. Really on the inside now of SJ. SJ's still on 100%, so he's not really using it to stay ahead.
He's not even fighting. Yeah, he just needs to. He's probably wanting to be behind the Haas and let the Haas tow him along a bit. It's not his race, obviously. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be interested to see when those guys pit.
That was lost DRS. Almost. He's using his battery to try and get back in, but Tudor's attack has just kind of been too much. It looks like we'll see as Ados gets past Gangster. Pretty close to his rear end there, but Tudor now with the fastest lap. So see these two just burn to get away from Flubber, but he's got the DRS. Just barely though.
They are fighting a little bit, which is probably helping Flubber just stick in there. Just staying with DRS. Vettel about to snatch that P1 off again. No fight there from the kick. Flicked it to none in the pass. Flubber hopefully can just stay in there. 27% battery, 30 having to burn it all to try and stay with these guys, but he's doing a great job. All that race experience last night helping him. So you see SJ still hanging on the back of Professor as well, which is pretty much exactly what he probably was hoping for. And Gangster and Ados, another close battle, and that's also got Sprinter Giggles joining in, who's actually doing a decent stint on those hard tyres. He's actually managed to not really lose that much time. He has lost a lot of time. He hasn't lost a lot of positions. He was only about P7, I think, on the restart. So he's somehow managed to make those hard tyres work. I think he's actually got
that's 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I think he's got 22 seconds. We've got 10 from speeding in the pits and then 12 from track limits. So it's going to be careful. Not even halfway into the race here.
Yeah, you definitely don't want 20 seconds penalties at this stage.
I think Flubber's just missed out on DRS now. Finally. How has he got that? Okay, just barely in DRS. That was 1.2 seconds, so I'd be kind of surprised.
He's doing a massive job here.
Yeah, I'm surprised if he
drives
keep
the wheels off that thing to be keeping in DRS. So with SJ down in P7, these guys would have to be pushing, there's no doubt about it. And so, he hasn't burned any battery at all. So we're not that uncomfortable, and the tyre wear in 100% race is obviously a lot much more limited than what we normally see. So these guys have a lot more freedom in these stints. But who's been who's impressed you tonight? I mean, Bangladesh for me has done it, P5.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same, but I'm kind of confused what Matty's been doing because he pit. I'm not sure if he had damage or what's going on there, but he was on for a good result. So
Yeah,
in the cut, possibly.
yeah, but it didn't make sense. He could have gone to the end. Maybe he was uncomfortable going here in the car, but no doubt he will now. Ooh, sprinter. Gangster having a little total. But yeah, Matty, interesting decision to hit again. No damage. I must say, it didn't.
Yes, but he had damage.
Yeah.
So that would have been the reason. As Matty is going side by side with J-Man. J-Man gets a warning which leads to a pen. He wasn't forced off though. It didn't look like.
Oh, he hit the curve.
Oh, he tries to send it down the inside there.
That curve is just does
not work.
So hard to get the traction down on that corner. As we go back up here, Gangster still trying to see. The closest battle is actually at the top. Really pushing out. We still haven't got it out of. Oh, maybe just now. Maybe Flubber. No, Flubber just got it.
But he's in it now. So
he's doing good.
Dropped out and then he's burned. And he's done really well to keep it just in that DRS. But now it's 1.4. They're going to want to push just to keep him out again. But they don't really need to. He needs to pit again. So
yeah, I don't think they'd be worried about Flubber at all. I don't think Flubber's going to make it difficult for him. I think, if anything...
I mean, Tudor and Flubber have to pit again. Vettel could theoretically stay out. But, yeah, I think it's more Tudor trying to get away from Flubber.
Yeah, I think Tudor would be more on a similar strategy than Flubber. Saying that though, he can go a fair bit longer than Flubber. Flubber will be starting to hit that pit window. I reckon he'll be... actually, no, he will go a bit longer. He will go probably... If he's going on the softs, when do you reckon the medium guys will pit?
The softs can go about 20-ish laps.
Yeah.
Even towards the end, I still feel pretty good. So, we got RJ in chat saying that Gangsters slow American time. So, might be Sprinter to report because I know that RJ and Sprinter are not. I think.
We're right on board with this little battle pack anyway, but it's pretty getting hectic here.
We got Ados and SJ going side by side through Neighbours and Beckett's, but he gets the move done. SJ backs out.
Gangster goes wide.
So, Sprinter to get through on the hards. They're both burning. They don't want to give it up. Just stay in front. Let's see if he moves.
No battery now.
That's That wasn't under braking.
Yeah, that wasn't under braking. No, I think he made one defensive move. Anyway, we'll keep riding on board with this battle. We don't want to stalk him, but this battle is heating up. These guys are all on similar strategy, and Sprinter is on the hard tyre, which is known to be average around. He's doing pretty well, I must say, to stay in this sort of battle. Bit of contact there between Gangster and Sprinter. Nothing serious though, but I would feel like these guys would all be sort of battling for position. I think they're all on the sort of similar strategies. ADOS and all that, I do believe could probably go to the end, but the guys will be red hot going in.
I was just looking at the gap to leader to see where people would come out when they pit. At the moment that Tudor, Vettel and this sort of say Flubber pack would come out just around Pablo. So they might be trying to stick it out for a little bit longer, just to kind of make sure there's a clear track there.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think strategy is crucial around here. Just riding on with Bangley Bar. He's trying to get the job done on Edge on older tyres, but Edge looks to be just holding his own there. He's burning a little bit of battery on. Yeah, not really trying to get away from the Ferrari. Doesn't really need to either. I feel like Bangley Bar is going to pit soon. But he's doing well anyway, and definitely in driver of the day contention at the moment. Ferrari driver, if he can continue on the way he's going, he's so Tudor still hunting down Vettel for P1, and we've hit lap 30, or almost hit lap 30 out of 52. So we're starting to get into that sort of final part of the race now, where everyone starts to wrap up their strategies and start pushing. Start to see everyone sort of finalise where they're sort of actually meant to be on the grid. Everyone will be coming soon. Edge gets a free second. Especially the later stages, but the penalties will creep in to try and change up the top again. I have totally lost the stream thingy. No idea what's happening. Are you there, Whiff? I actually lost Whiff, so that...
I'm sorry, I'm taking that.
Oh, sorry, all good. Vettel just trying to get the job done. He's got DRS. He's got so much battery, but so does Tools only 0.5%. He doesn't really... This isn't his fight, I must say. He needs to try and hold his own. He still needs to pit. Vettel gets the job done, but he doesn't want to let him get away.
Sorry about that.
You're right, man. This is back cheating. This battle in the middle is...
Major happen?
Nah, nothing at all. And Gangster, Sprinter, and they still continuing their battle for P8. Probably our main battle at the moment.
Pretty heated. Sprinter on the inside of Gangster now. Gangster looks to go a little bit wide. They're both burning again. They're going to try side by side. They are for now. Who's going to back out? Are they not going to back out? They're not going to back out.
Oh.
And Gangster goes off the track there. What's happened to Sick Buddy? He was way in front of Pablo there, so maybe his tyres are just going up.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to that window where they sort of hit the cliff as Sprinter gets the job done on SJ. No problems there. It's the tyres, and SJ dives into the pits, so he needs to be careful obviously with the pit lane. But yeah, now the pit stops are going to start commencing, and we're going to hit the later stages of this race. We're going to be on the charge to the end. What's your prediction here? Yeah, gap to leader for bolts.
Prediction for what? What was it?
When the top guys are going to pit, like Flubber and Banglabar and stuff.
Any time around now. This is the Milky window, so should be about now. SJ's first example of that, but I guess from what Bolts has put in the chat, Needle will Tudor pretty soon. There's a nice gap between Minman and Pablo that Tudor will come out of. As Tudor just gets a 3 second.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That'll hurt.
Yeah. Just pushing to fight with Vettel here, but yeah, that's unfortunate for him. That will hurt at the end of the race, but yeah. It is easy to do already, I must say. It's very easy to get a win through here.
Or 3.
Or 8.
Proves. Even 12 at this point. Some big pens here.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that because there's some serious ones wrapping up. Yeah, Pablo with 22. lot of 6 seconds, a lot of 3s. So yeah, long way to go too in this race.
Yeah. Long way to go. Still 20 laps to go. So they may be looking to start pitting soon. I'm surprised only 6 parties come in because of that SJ pit.
Yeah. He'll be getting that little bit of an undercut too. But yeah, they'll be wanting to pit soon. They don't want to get snoozing here. The Ferraris quite close together, so they just need to alternate the strategy. He's got a yellow, who's that?
That's
TMT.
That's
Team,
TMT, just cutting some grass.
Lowen.
Got an afternoon job. Just
It's a tough race for TMT tonight, isn't it? Down in P17, unfortunately.
May decide to just come up to softs pretty soon. He's still low on fuel.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It'd be a tough one for him. He's looking at 20 laps left, 20 seconds off the pack. Yeah, he'd be praying for a safety car, that's for sure. Everything's pretty clean at the moment. As Flubber's in, and that's a big one, because where does he come out? He will drop a little bit.
Come out sort of near Pablo.
Yeah.
Domino gets another 3. Pablo with another 3. 25 seconds now. Domino's on 9.
Yeah.
So that won't help them.
The penalties are starting to look up for. I'm not sure what DSQ.
Pablo. Pablo just gets him, so he might hold Flubber up a little bit. He does have the DRS, so he might try and get past on this straight, if not the next DRS straight. But he's just to hold him up too much.
It's crucial Flubber gets past like ASAP. He cannot like you said, let him hold him up at all. But yeah, Flubber is one to watch now. He needs a big outlap here, like it is. No, he tries to go for it early, but he's got 100% battery. Might be dumping it to get the job done here. Pablo's gone a little bit wide and had to come across. I don't think there's any issues with him getting the move done here, but he's just waiting for that perfect opportunity. But as far as the outlap, it's pretty crucial here because the pit stops are obviously going to commence now. He needs a big one, and this is hurting him the longer he stays behind this Alpine.
Bang Buy's in now. The other Ferrari, but Flubber does just get past Pablo now, so he's in that clean air.
Yeah, no problems. The pit stops are well and truly on the way. We'll start to see everyone sit in their final spots, and we'll see where the real battles are starting to go as Minmay P8 gets the job done on Ferraris. Could be one to watch here on these soft tyres. I think they've got some serious pace as SJ gets the fastest lap. First time around on the softs. Just set his third lap on that to set the fastest. It's a bit different. Sick.
Sick party. Just beating that straight away.
I think we'll see a fair few fastest laps here. See who we ride on board with as the closest battle is the leader at the moment. But these guys aren't really battling too hard because obviously Trudor needs to pit again.
Yeah, looks like they're coming in pretty soon now.
Yeah.
Just trying to look at the gap to leader. For Flubber, it does look like that gap is coming down now. So might want to think about pitting soon, or Vettel might be able to stick it out, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to have a look at these pens again because we're really racking up now.
Amazing. So he's decided to call it, and Tudor may do the same.
Yeah, I think when one driver pits the other, usually it's not far to go. So could see two-door pit. I'm interested to see what he can do at the later stages of the race because he's been pretty quick. He's got a big job to do now to work his way back up through the field. But the field, as it does around this lap 35 mark, can spread out a fair bit. And now, of course, this battle is between Ados and Professor for P4, which is heating up now because they're obviously got no one around them really. It's just them, so we'll see what they can do. Professor, a lot of battery to play with here. He should be well and truly equipped to defend himself here.
Two
doors in, so he's called us. So let's see where he comes out because
he's super close with him and Flubber. He's been catching back quite a bit. So I think they might be in DRS range of each other, but they could possibly just try and work together.
Yeah, they've got a bit of traffic ahead, but they'll be super quick as we see. Where's Flubber? He's coming around the final. Now he's down the main straight. Yeah, he'll be very close. I think he's got him. Just. But Tudor will be able to just hang in there. You have a couple of seconds before his tires go up to 10 and Flubber will be able to stretch out a little bit. You can't let that DRS go. It's 1.3, 1.4. It should be okay. But those tyres will take a little second to get up to 10. So Ados gets the job done on Professor. He's actually up. What happened to Sprinter? Ados and Professor are up and jumped him now. So Sprinter must have had a mistake or something there. Dropped down to P5.
I'm just watching this gap from Flubber to Gangster. First car that he'll come across after Pablo, but that gap is coming down really quickly.
Yeah.
So, see what happens here. Will he try and hold him up? Will Tudor use that to try and catch up? Or will he just try and run through, sit with him in the DRS? He's on his own now, so that's a bit lonely there now from Gangster.
Yeah, he's got a very couple of fast cars behind him. He's going to be not alone much longer, but yeah, he's had a good. He's had a solid race. Got no penalties, which is pretty big at the moment. So you see a lot of guys ahead of him having penalties. I must say the Mercedes looking good though. Even though these guys are all on softs, they're still on a massive job to reel back in that top sort of pack. It looks easy, but it's not. Obviously, a safety car would help, but yeah, it's really looking good for Vettel. I don't think anyone can get near Vettel. I think it's Vettel's race to lose this stage. But
he's got edge there as well. He can hold everyone up. So,
yeah, it's definitely his race to lose. He's got no penalties. He's controlled this from start to finish pretty much.
Oh. See Gangster kind of weaving on the straight there. Flubber through. Tudor around the outside. Magnussen Beckett's on Flubber. Then he does back out.
Yeah, smart.
Where he's come from? He was a second behind.
Yeah, he came out and let them battle him. These guys are going to be so quick. There's no point even Gangster even fighting. I think soft tyres when you're on 30 lap mediums. I mean, yeah, but Tudor gets the job done, and Gangster just needs to try and hold on to that DRS as much as he can. And Flubber! Oh, that's even the playing ground now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's huge because that just means Tudor is pretty much back in this. And now P2 is up in the air. I mean, these guys could really charge on, and they could really, in my opinion, get up to P2 with no problems. Oh, maybe not. I mean, Edge is... I don't know, man. They're probably catching, about a second to the leader a lap?
Well, even with that lap there, they're still caught by a second that lap.
Yeah, and they're battling hard.
Especially with gap to
Vettel just got the job done there. They work together, tow each other. they probably don't want to fight each other too much. They know that their battle is further up, they'll fight at the end. They don't want to be P6, P7 here. They would love to be on the podium, and I think they have a shot here. All these guys ahead have pretty hefty penalties, and are on extremely old tyres now, so they're just going to try and pray and hold on. In saying that, it's a pretty big drive for all these guys up the top. 27 laps on all those tyres. And they're in their own little battle. They could be on for some pretty big points, even though they've got those penalties, because they pretty much all got penalties.
Really means that the two is anyone's game. But
Yeah.
it does mean that these guys are going to have to get past Edge. I doubt he'll try and
Yeah.
he'll make it happen at all.
Another close battle is between Maddie and SJ down in P10, which is one to watch. I don't think really have much to say for SJ. He's got soft tyres. Saying that, we know how quick Maddie is, and yeah, interesting race in my opinion for Maddie. I feel like he could have been up in the a little bit more.
Just watching this battle with I think that's Professor Ados and Sprinter. Ados gets a little bit unsteady there, so that's allowed allowed Sprinter to go for the move. He gets it done before the corner, so that's all there. But yeah, this pack may just hold up Tudor and Flo.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get past these guys easily. It's going to be quite hard. Even though they're on the softs, they're all battling pretty hard up the top here. As we see Sprinter get the job done on Professor, and I'm just thinking maybe, like, you know, those hards might be coming alive a little bit, you know. Doubt it, because this track hates them all the time. 20 laps on them, you never know, they might be in their optimal range now, because he's looking quite quick.
Sorry, I saw SJ and Maddie try to go side by side. That didn't quite work. But yeah, Maddie's 10 seconds behind Gangster, so this won't help SJ.
No, he needs to get the job done here, but does he go for it here? He actually does.
It doesn't quite work.
It doesn't work. And, yeah, this is an interesting battle for sure. Because, yeah, as we know, these guys very, very, very friendly with each other. As we'll go up a little bit further up, there's Tudor now and Flower have caught this pack as SJ got the jump done on Maddie just as I jumped off.
Oh, no, he hasn't, not yet. Still side by side. Maddie is very right there.
And Maddie's not going to let go of this easily.
Not at all.
Not at all. He's burning a lot of battery here to try and keep on, and he will get the RS again. Oh,
here we go. We got Flubber getting past Ados. Can he look for it on Professor? He can, and Sprinter as well. Goes for the triple move. Side by side now with Sprinter into the final. Can he try and get past on the older tyres, Sprinter? But Sprinter goes wide, and that has allowed Flubber to get through now.
Yeah, that was great racing for Flubber there. Absolutely massive there. That has just really helped him with his battle with Tudor.
Yep. Tudor didn't go past anyone there, so he might look for the move onto Ados. He gets that done. Can he get past Professor as well? Professor's got the same amount of battery. Just a little bit lower. Tudor's burning.
Got it done.
Up the inside now.
So much more
Lets him pass, because he does. And that's Sprinter's turn.
Yeah.
This is for position.
Damage control now
Sprinter's
for
in the
Tudor.
pit again.
Look at the traction.
He lets him through.
Oh, no. He's only 1.2 off, but that might be enough to really hurt him here. He's out of DRS now, and now he's got an RB behind. He's probably going to try and fight him a little bit with the DRS, but that was a great overtake on the safe and Flubber.
Triple move.
Yes,
one for overtakers.
Oh, Damon on mid, mate. Whoa. Not sure what happened there.
It looks
but-
like Damino.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
snap or
they're all facing the way, same way anyway. But Damino's still in DRS. He might even go for another move here on me, mate. But I don't think he'll be able to hang on there on those 99 mediums as we start to see the race sort of wrap up. We've got 10 laps left, and these guys are all in their sort of fighting positions. No one's going to really pick on, I don't think, as SJ. And he's still going at it. What's happened there? SJ's actually
whoa,
had to.
it's facing 90-degree angle. Isn't it?
Yeah, he's actually jumped the curb there. He's lost a massive amount of time.
It's a bit of yellow for TNT. He's about to get lapped by Vettel here.
Ooh, Flubber and Turtle.
Turtle's got past Vettel.
Spent my drink, sorry.
Yeah, he's got up over a second. Unless Fogel was just saving and letting him catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it. But maybe he just made a mistake. I don't know. Maybe we missed that. But, anyway.
He has still got a lot of battery compared to Turtle and Austin Johnny, so I don't know what he was doing. Is he going to look for the move here? I think it's just too far back.
But yeah, the battle for P2 is well and truly alive. I think Vettel, I think Tudor and Flubber will reel in edge pretty soon, but I think Vettel is safe. If you can just bring it home. Tudor gets the fastest start.
Right from Tudor.
He's pushing. He's trying to break out that DRS. Can he do it though? He's almost done it. 964, 93. I don't think he'll get it. Not this lap. That's going to allow Flubber to reel the gap back in. Professor on the back of ADOS too. He's just hit the inside curb there. But yeah, our closest battle is between really these two for P2 or P3 or P1.
Over a second lap. So, oh, Flubber. He's not feeling confident on those tyres. There's a little bit of a moment. And he's lost DRS for now. He might try and burn after this corner, try and get back in. See what happens.
Yeah,
He doesn't burn. He's just let Tudor run away there.
That's interesting. You now got to work hard to get back into that DRS. It's only 2 turns, but it's a lot. In our fight, as we know, SJ's almost into the DRS back of Matty, so that would be a battle to watch as well. I'm not sure actually what happened there. I think he actually just made a mistake into the braking zone. He lost a lot of times at the Red Bull. Probably cooked his tyres in the process.
But that has also allowed Minmay to catch up by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's looking good for him as well.
Yeah, he's in a good spot too, P12 currently.
Just one thing to note, I think Vettel's pretty much just run away with it here. 12 seconds in front, he's got edges, his little bit of a rear gunner there, and he's got no pens.
Yeah, Vettel's had an absolute monstrous of a drive tonight. I mean, he'll definitely be driver of the day contention, in my opinion. He's jumped the start on got the jump on Flubber at the start and has pretty much led the whole way since. It's just absolute dominant drive from Vettel.
Yeah, good points for Merck, even though they didn't have Tyler racing tonight.
Yeah, I mean Edge. I mean,
The championship.
I think Edge will struggle to hold on to a podium spot here, but he is still big points regardless. I think he might hang on to P4. Because I don't think Sprinter has the pace on those hards to reel that gap in. But there's also, you never know, Banglabar, I mean, he's right there. He's P8 currently. I'm riding on board with him on that soft tyre. He is not one to discount. All those guys ahead of him have penalties. If anything, if he really pushed here and did, some magical things, he could be in contention for a podium. But he is in a massive spot. He's also a driver of the day contention, in my opinion. No penalties, up a lot of positions. Has done a really good job this race, and yeah.
He's definitely up there for contention. We got those positions even before the safety car, so super good.
Yeah, that's just commentator's
curse. Starts again. Still really good race from him, but he's not going to go down any positions at this stage. Just has the back of squiddle there.
Saying that a lot of these guys have 6 seconds around him, so oh god.
Squiddly and Bangladesh going side by side.
Two-door jump edge.
Stick it around the outside. They keep it clean. I think it's the first time we've seen it. Kept clean. Can they keep it side by side? They make it some Beckett's. No, he just backs out.
All that work for nothing. He's had to readdress. He might have a crack on DRS, but he's burnt all his battery now.
Oh. I think I saw Edge come across on Flubber there. I kind of got the end of that.
It's Flubber and Edge battling out. Edge had to jump the curb a bit there. That hurt his exit, but Flubber super quick on those tyres, but he's allowed Toodle to get away a little bit now, and Toodle is just absolutely burning to try and break away. He needs to utilise this opportunity. This is a massive opportunity here. He's got a second gap now, and he's got a Mercedes in between him.
Doesn't look like Edge has got DRS. I'm just looking. He doesn't. He does not have DRS, but Flubber does, so he's going to go for the move, burning the battery. And he's going to get that done pretty easily now. Yeah,
so now it's Flubber's turn to try and reel back that DRS. Edge just did it. Can Flubber. He's not as far back as Edge was. But yeah, that hurt him regardless. And we'll have a look here. Professor and who's that? That's Asif and Ados all battling out. Bangladesh still struggling to get past these guys. Really needs to do it now. Oh god.
It looks like he's getting past. No. Squiddly there, squeezing him to the outside. Again, tries to take it around the outside, doesn't work. And now onto Ados. He's got the battery. He's going to have the DRS as well.
Yeah, you should just wait for the DRS. I think he's the better exit out of here as he did. And we'll make light work of the Williams. The Williams' battle isn't with the Ferrari anyway. He should just be able to get past with no issues there. But moving back up the top, Flubber is just ever so slightly just missed DRS, but he's clipping. Yeah, he's not even in DRS. Yeah, he lost a lot of time there. 1.4 now. He was at 9/10. So yeah, he's gonna miss out on DRS for this straight too. And Tudor is doing exactly what it has to do here. He's he's doing really well. So we'll jump back down at Ados maybe. As SJ gets a pin.
So no, I think this is first. This is first. So we'll help him in his battle with Maddie. But now remember Minno's been catching him. So now they've both got 3 seconds. So possible. Possible battle with SJ and Minmo here.
We'll have a look because they were battling for position. But SJ and Maddie also getting close. But Maddie, if he could reel in a little bit more of time to the guys ahead, he'd be making up a lot of time. He's one of 2 drivers without a penalty. And there you are, your penalties, China. Plenty to look at. SJ, a lot of battery, 95-7% now. He'll probably burn it here. He might get the job done on the Red Bull finally. I think those tyres have lost their edge.
Who's going to fight it though? Maddie on the inside of SJ. Keep it clean. They're going to go side by side through the chicane. SJ dives up the inside. They're going to make any contact they do. That seems pretty fair. SJ still doesn't get past.
Yeah, that was interesting there. You have to have another crack at the DRS zone. Let's see if he can get it job done there. Bangla bar on the back of Sprinter will jump on board with 2 after this. SJ looks to better exit there. He'll put a bit of overtake on and get it done surely here, but Matty is not making it easy. He's burning everything he has to try and hold on. With this cut there. But anyway, we'll go back.
Get it done.
Yeah, he does get it done, but Banglabar still hasn't been able to get past Sprinter here.
Yeah, I think the hards have just added the sense at this point.
Yeah, I think those tyres have actually, for once, come into their range as Matty gets the job done back.
Yeah, but look at the battery as well. And DRS coming up. SJ is just going to breeze past him. Should breeze past him again. But now Minmez caught up. Minmez in the DRS. So if SJ just doesn't have the pace here, then this could be P11 for Minmez. As SJ does get past him again. They might fight. They might fight again.
Yeah, I think they're going to fight again. But it's currently one of our closest battles. Is Sprinter and Ados are probably the second closest. But other than that, everyone quite spread out. Minmay now will join this battle and try and maybe get a jump on SJ's J-Man.
6 seconds now. So that won't really matter too much.
Yeah.
21 seconds of Pablo.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna bother him. He will get a point because he probably will jump Pablo still, so he will be P15 if he can hang on here. He may start to look like he might be thinking about a move on Matty, but opting not to, as we need to pick 2 driver. Well, I'm just going to say it's either Matty or Vettel, really, because they've got no penalties, so have to be them. One or two drivers on the whole grid not having penalties, in my opinion, but Vettel, in my opinion, really. I can't do a poll, though, so you can... We'll chuck that up between.
Alright.
Or yeah, I mean, you could even do Banglabar, Vettel, and Matty. Make it 3 of them.
Can you do 3? You can now.
You can. I don't care.
Vettel, Matty, and massive. Put on for about 5 minutes.
Yep, that should be more than enough. But there you go. You've had 3 to pick 4 for driver of the day. But Matty, SJ, and Mime are probably our battle pack to watch at the moment because these guys are heating up. Matty the only one without a penalty, so these guys won't really matter anyway, where like if they get in front of them or not. But it's all good for the fun. Sick Party gets another penalty.
Sick Party.
It's at 9 now.
Yeah, and again, I don't think that'll matter too much.
No, it won't. That is not his race. He's unfortunately 10 seconds off the rest. See Matty have a sniff here. He doesn't go for it yet, but yeah, these guys will start thinking about saving the battery. Unfortunately, don't want to get to lap 51 and bin it. Trust me.
Got some talking from experience there, mate. Well, happens to the best of us.
Yeah, as many.
There isn't a miracle on your inside.
Yeah.
We've got Mime getting past SJ now. Can we get it done? He does.
Gangster.
His left.
Jeez, that's bad timing. He's got a fair bit of a gap, but hopefully we'll get him back in. But yes, Matty gets the job done, and that's really hurt SJ. He's actually fell behind Minmay, obviously, and he's got a little bit of a gap now. But Minmay might even go for a job on Matty, but penalty will hurt him. Never know, you could maybe get it removed.
Just some gangster invite. So there's that.
We'll see here. Matty actually might make up. I'm going to have a look at some pens because Nah, he won't really.
Doesn't look
No.
like it. He might make up a one if Gangster does fall back a bit.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit bigger, higher penalty than that. But usually around the 6 mark. Have a look up the top because Vettel, I mean, doesn't really have anything else to do here other than just one more lap of dominance, really.
Just keep driving the car.
Yeah,
That's about it.
he's done a great job tonight.
130.7. So Toodle's still catching by a second a lap to Vettel. I'm just looking at our lap times. Unfortunately, it won't be enough.
Yeah, could have been exciting. Maybe without that penalty, it helped him push a little bit more. But it's Maddie and Meme swap spots again. We've got a yellow. What's that?
It's a that's Sick Party in the wall.
God, I can't even see the streams. Like, jeez, he's actually in the wall. Yeah, he's
in the wall. Careful of J-Man.
He's got no wing. What's happened there? How do you? And that's on the fast right end. He just had a massive moment there, but that's unfortunate. And
Wow, I'm just watching this little battle with Maddie, Mime, and Gangster and SJ now. Just called back up because Gangster, I think, is still on AR. Just sent him another invite.
this could cause some chaos.
As soon as possible. Maddie down the inside gets that done. So he's going to get past as well. There he is. He gets past. But remember, Maddie's going to get past him in man anyway with that pen.
Anyway, Vettel across the line.
Oh wow!
And what a win! What a win! You gotta be careful, mate. Don't crash. What a win!
Don't spin across the line.
Yeah, that's a massive effort. That's who's gonna get P3 here. Is Edge across the line in P4, and that's our podium. Vettel P1, Tudor P2, and Flubber P3.
I'm just watching this. There's a little bit of a battle with Minman, Maddie, and SJ. SJ trying to go around the outside, doesn't get it done. Are they going to fight into the last couple of corners? They are. Careful fighting in SJ. You've got a pen, he doesn't. There is contact. Try to go around the outside. There's a little moment, but it doesn't work. So,
hit the curve there, almost wrecked his whole race. But yeah, what a race. I mean, not the funnest for some of the guys, I'm sure, but with 6 still trying to get to the end here with no wing.
I think his main battle here would probably be with Pablo, running at 21-second pen range, as TMT has left the session before the results have come up. Whoa. Well off track there.
Didn't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll stick it to. We're gonna try and keep it to 1 question each tonight.
as long as I can ask Tudor a question.
Absolutely, you can take Tudor away. I will do. What did Tudor come? Sorry, P2.
Second.
I'll do P3. Do P1.
Flubber in as well, and Vettel in the drive of the day. So
that is your grid. Vettel P1, Tudor P2, Flubber P3, Edge P4, Banglabar P5, Giggles P6, Ados P7, Professor P8, Matty P9, Minmay P10, SJ P11, Gangster P12, Damon Eno P13, J-Man P14, Pablo P15, Party 16, TMT 17, and Thunder, Claire, and Drift all unfortunately DNFing, but all of them were pretty much out of their control unfortunately tonight, which is really unfortunate. But good to only have 3 DNFs with no crashing tonight, other than obviously Claire. I'm not sure what happened with that incident with Claire actually, but big moves too from Banglabar and Maddie also tonight. So 20 is Banglabar from last on the grid to P5. Obviously was in contention for driver of the day, but yeah, really could pick a lot of guys tonight to be driver of the day.
Yeah, that's why we had 3 options there. But yeah, looked like a pretty good race there. Just waiting for these guys to get into the comms box.
Sweet. Yeah. Wow. That's another one done. I mean, 100%'s never failed to really deliver. Even though you're a long race, they do deliver a fair bit of drama. Let's see. Alright, so we'll just be waiting for the guys to jump in for some interviews if they want to. But yeah, it'd be good to chat to some of these guys about their race. I mean, it's a massive effort to do 100% and then end up on a podium, so I'm sure they want to boast a little bit.
Yeah, well, we've got the race winner and driver of the day in at the moment, if you want to start with him.
Yeah, I mean, I can kick it off with Vettel.
Unless it's too early.
Vettel, mate. I mean, that was probably one of the most dominant drives I've seen from you, mate. That from the start into turn 1, jumping flubber, and then pretty much leading from then on to the end, and then obviously having to battle a little bit after the pit. But mate, just I don't really have a question for you because you had it all under control tonight, mate. Just tell us about how you did that, and was this your track? Is this what you've been waiting for all season, or?
To be honest, I didn't think I had the pace around here. You know, the second we jumped into that one-shot quali, I knew I was guaranteed a front row by like the end of sector 1. I was up there, and then obviously qualifying P2, I'll take it. But yeah, I didn't think I had the pace. I couldn't have done it without Shifty or Evil Blade. They're legends, with the engineering. But yeah, overall, pretty good race, pretty dominant, and whatever's next week, looking forward to it.
Yeah, mate.
Jeddah.
Yeah, well,
Jeddah next week.
Yeah, I guess that could be my question to you then, mate. What's your thoughts on Jeddah for next week?
Oh, never mind. I'm not looking forward to it.
Not your track?
It's not that it's not my track. It's just I feel like it's not going to be off pace. It's going to be off avoiding incidents. It's not obviously in the lower divisions. Your straight tracks are your harder ones, but overall, well, last season in Jeddah, me and my teammate crashed out, so we don't have a good history about it, but I'm sure we can change that curse.
Yeah, mate. Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much covered everything with that. I mean, it's one of the most dominant dominant drives I've seen from you personally. But yeah, great drive from me to you, mate, and go and enjoy it with your team because yeah, there's big points tonight, and Edge also. I think it was P4 in the end. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So huge result tonight. Really close now to actually I think wrapping up the overalls if I did the math right, but really close, man. So yeah, good job tonight, man.
I appreciate it. Congratulations, Toodle and Flubber, and I'll be in the comms box very shortly, I'm sure.
No worries, man. Alright, we'll jump over to Whiff and Toodle.
Alright, Toodle, mate, you there?
I am.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, best you could ask for? Or you kind of wishing you did a little better?
I just, that safety car stuff, being on the mediums at the start. When that came out, it was, I either blocked for softs then and then went softs, or stayed out and just would have got swallowed up by everybody on the new mediums. So just sort of boxed for new mediums, took them as far as I did, and then just went softs at the end and tried to catch.
Yeah, well, with that safety car, that's probably the best you could ask for at that point. That's the only safety car we saw, I believe.
Yeah.
if there was another safety car, say about 10 laps after that medium stint, what would you have done there? Would you have stayed out, gone softs?
Well, I would have had to box again, so I probably would have gone softs. Tried to push them to the
Really?
end. Well, yeah, I
30
had
laps on the softs.
I would have had to box.
How were
I
they
can't go
feeling by the end of that
Still good.
stint? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some good information there for the next divs.
Yeah, I was still nearly putting in PBs, like a couple of tenths up from that fastest lap. So yeah, that was still feeling good.
I was looking at your lap times. I think on the second last lap, you were still catching Vettel by like a second each lap. So kind of just ran out of laps there.
Yeah,
But,
I think when I come out and got stuck in that little pack with, I don't know, I think it was ADOS, Gangster, and if I had been the first car to get through that, I probably would have caught a couple more seconds, but I think Flubber got through, and then I got through just a little bit after that, so it helped me up a little bit, but yeah.
Well, seemed to work. Seemed to work pretty well. But going into Jeddah, how are you feeling for them, mate?
0-0 wings, mate. 0-0 wings.
You sure about that one?
Win it or bin it.
Okay. Excited to see it. Hopefully the Merc's been in as well. But just a little banter. They're saying they've got a little curse, so we'll see it. See it in action. But yeah, another podium, mate. Congrats. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, thanks for the comms, boys.
Nice, mate.
Cheers.
Alright, well, we'll wrap it up. It's been a long one tonight. We unfortunately couldn't get Flubber in, but congratulations to him, as always. But yeah, that was it. That was 100% Div 5 at Silverstone. We'll have a cracker overnight. We'll obviously be back again tomorrow with Div 6, and then Wednesday again with me and with Div 3. Which hopefully we're talking at the end of the comms. In the summer, I doubt it though, with my track history at this track. But anyway, I will wrap this up with just thanking our sponsors, of course. Main sponsor AI369 and S Nation, SimLab, Pagni, and all those guys make this stuff happen. So, of course, big thanks to them and all the viewers tonight jumping in. And yeah, big congrats to the podium. And unless you got anything, mate, to say, we'll wrap it up.
No, I think that's it from me.
Sweet as. Well, that's it. That's Rush Racing League for another night, guys. And we'll be back tomorrow. So see you all then. Cheers. Thank you.